10 things to know before buying the 2022 Chevrolet Trax. The subcompact SUV segment is on a steady rise, and the 2022 Trax is Chevrolet's answer to take on the rivals like the Mazda CX-30, Hyundai Kona, and Kia Soul. Offered for a base MSRP of $21,400, the 2022 Chevrolet Trax comes in the same two trim configurations as the older model years and is mostly unchanged. However, the 1.4-liter turbocharged motor is now producing 155 horsepower, which is a whopping 17 horsepower more than the 2021 model. The performance of the Trax is acceptable, and the car tackles the corners reasonably well. It is also one of the cheapest offerings of the segment, making it the best value for money proposition. However, the ride quality is choppy, and the car misses out on many essential driver assistance features that are offered as standard in many of the rivals. In addition, the infotainment and interior look and feel dated. Here are 10 things you need to know before buying the 2022 Chevrolet Trax. 10. Not the quickest of the segment. The 2022 Chevrolet Trax now comes with the same 1.4-liter turbocharged inline-4 motor with a different tune, helping it put out a superior 155 horsepower and 177 pound-feet of torque. The 6-speed automatic transmission sends the power to the front wheels or a full-time AWD drivetrain. Even with the updated performance figures, the 2022 Chevrolet Trax is still not the most powerful model in the segment. However, unlike the older versions, the low-end and mid-range performance has improved, and the car is now easier to drive. The automatic also provides smooth shifts. However, the Mazda CX-30 offers a more enthusiastic driving experience. 9. Misses out on many safety features. The 2022 Chevrolet Trax misses out on many of the safety and driver assistance features as standard, and that may be a deal-breaker for some. The Driver Confidence Package, which is offered for an additional $495, must be selected if you need features like Side Blind Zone Alert, Rear Park Assist, and Rear Cross Traffic Alert. In comparison, the 2022 Mazda CX-30 gets all of these features, making it better value for money. However, all the regular safety features like ABS with EBD, traction control, stability control, airbags, reverse camera, and many more are offered for both trims. The car also received an overall crash safety rating of 5 stars in the NHTSA crash test. 8. Interior quality leaves a lot to be desired. The same plasticky interior has been carried forward and is not something that many prospective buyers would appreciate. Run your hands over the dashboard and door cards of the 2022 Trax and you would be disappointed with the hard plastics that are used, especially in the upper half, which are generally the touch points where soft touch materials are used. We also don't appreciate the flimsy switchgear used around the infotainment and climate control areas, and it doesn't feel like they are built to last. The switches felt a bit mushy as well. The Hyundai Kona, Volkswagen Taos and Kia Soul are definitely a step above the Trax in terms of interior quality. 7. Value for money. Offered for a base MSRP of $21,400, the 2022 Chevrolet Trax is one of the cheapest offerings in the subcompact SUV segment. It is also filled with quite a lot of interior and exterior features, making it value for money. Even the base LS trim comes with many features like 16 inches alloy wheels, a 7 inches Chevrolet infotainment system, a 60/40th split rear seat, Chevrolet Connected Access, remote keyless entry, and many more. However, we would recommend you to get the Lieutenant trim, which is just $1,800 more, as it offers a lot more tech and features, including cruise control, rear window tint, heated exterior mirrors, remote engine start, and a few other niceties. All the optional packages like Redline Edition, Driver Confidence Package, Midnight Edition, Sport Edition, LT Convenience Package, and Road Trip Package are quite reasonably priced too. 6. Strong brakes. Coming with a front disc and rear drum setup featuring all the required braking features, such brake assist, and ABS with EBD, the brakes of the 2022 Chevrolet Trax felt firm and precise. The initial bite is spot on, and they take no time to get used to. The brake pedal offers impressive feedback as well. When pressing the brake pedal firmly, the transmission helps shed speed through downshifting, providing effective engine braking. The braking progression is brilliant, and there isn't any major brake fade to report either, even under prolonged braking. 5. Ride is a bit bumpy. The suspension of the 2022 Chevrolet Trax is tuned to the stiffer side, and that may not be to everyone's liking. Being a city runabout vehicle, there is no need for a sporty suspension setup, and that is where the Trax feels a bit disappointing. The potholes and road irregularities are filtered into the cabin, and the passengers feel them when traveling at slower speeds. Even when driving at highway speeds, the ride is not completely flat. Hitting bumps and ruts at these speeds tends to unsettle the Chevrolet Trax. However, it is not a bone-jarring driving experience by any means, but we found the Hyundai Kona and the Volkswagen Taos to be more comfortable overall. 4. Agile driving dynamics. The independent front suspension and the torsion beam rear setup and the coil springs being tuned to the stiffer side do help the Trax to be more sporty and agile when pushed through the corners. The body roll is well under control and the car holds onto the road with an impressive grip level. However, it is still not as capable as the CX-30. We also found the steering to be much better than the Chevrolet Trailblazer, since it offers a decent level of feel and feedback. The steering is very light at slow speeds and weights up adequately well as the speeds rise, and there is no off-center vagueness. However, the tall dimensions make it less stable on the highways, especially when met with strong crosswinds. This is common for all vehicles in this segment, though. 3. Fuel efficiency is comparable to the rivals. Get the FWD drivetrain variant of the 2022 Chevrolet Trax and you would be looking at 24 mpg in the city and 32 mpg on the highway, which equates to combined gas mileage of 27 mpg. With its 14-gallon fuel tank capacity, this subcompact crossover can do 448 miles on the highway on a full tank of fuel. However, if you get the AWD drivetrain-equipped trims, the fuel efficiency does see a dip. Even then, 23 mpg in the city and 30 mpg on the highway are better than some of its rivals. In comparison, the Buick Encore and the Ford EcoSport offered identical combined gas mileage. 2. Cabin isn't very spacious. Being a tall SUV, the 2022 Chevrolet Trax doesn't disappoint the front and rear seat passengers in terms of headroom. However, the same is not the case regarding the legroom. The front seat passengers get 40.8 inches of legroom, which is less than the Ford EcoSport and the Mazda CX-30. The rear seat experience is no different, as the 35.7 inches of legroom is not enough to comfortably sit passengers of even moderate height, so the taller folks certainly aren't going to be very comfortable. We also found the shoulder room to be a bit restrictive, and it cannot sit 3 passengers comfortably at the rear. The seat angle is upright and the under-thigh support is mediocre. The cargo capacity of 18.8 cubic feet is underwhelming as well. 1. Infotainment looks dated. The 7 inches Chevrolet infotainment system may not be the most standout system for the segment, however, it does come loaded with all the essential features. The interface is strictly average, as it does have some stutters and lags. The display quality is not the best as well. However, everything is placed where it should be, and the learning curve is minimal. Some of the connectivity and entertainment features included are Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, SiriusXM radio, steering wheel mounted controls, Bluetooth connectivity, Wi-Fi hotspot, and a few more. The audio experience from the 6-speaker audio system is decent, although the high-frequency audio output leaves a lot to be desired.